Well, welcome back. The conversation never stopped. We've been talking about other matters that some people are uncomfortable to talk about. But welcome to Daybreak on Citizen TV, the show that brings you what you need to know as you begin your day. My name is Sam Gituku, and I'm with Mark Bichachi, Irungu Houghton, and Anthony Oluoch, Member of Parliament for Mathare. And we want to proceed on. I just wanted to read a few comments that we've been sending to 22422 before we begin. And someone is saying, which I think is quite thoughtful, things like supermarkets and some ministry headquarters should not be in the CBD. Upcountry transport also because vehicles take time to fill up. Matatus should be limited to Uhuru Highway, Haile Selassie, Kirinyaga Road and University Way. Access to CBD by Matatus should be limited to 4 p.m. to 7 a.m. During a day, these Matatus are packed in CBD, filling up after morning for more than 40 minutes. At the rush hour, they take 3 minutes to fill up. Around OTC, Githurai bus, the large Githurai buses take more than 1 hour to fill up. Another person says that Kenya is the status quo country where leaders are free and joyriders earning freedom salaries. Any slight change results into a crisis where all are all our planners now. It is a shame, and I'm sure from top down this is being felt. I wish Uhuru asks some questions, the president that is. Finally, someone says that Sonko should weigh the advantages and disadvantages of his decisions, be creative instead of being destructive. Imagine I was surprised using more than 1,000 carrying bags. I don't quite get that, what that means. Keep texting us on 22422 and tweeting us at Citizen TV Kenya at Sam Gituku at Willis Reburu. I want us to focus on a story that is closer to, I think, 1 year down the line after the presidential inauguration, and of course, nearly 13 months after the election. The IEBC, the poll body, is still in sort of chaos, quote unquote. There are two former commissioners who were before Parliament yesterday, and they said that Chebukati, the chairman of IEBC, wanted to use a draft report to dismiss the former CEO, that is Ezra Chiloba. And these are Paul Kurgat and Margaret Mwachanya, who told the National Assembly Public Accounts Committee that Mr. Chebukati was determined to sack the former CEO and bulldozed the idea during a plenary meeting in April this year. Of course, thereafter, they resigned from that commission. Last week, we saw Ezra Chiloba, the former chief executive, appear before Parliament and indicating that the allegations leveled against him by the former chair, by the chair, Chebukati, were false. He presented a series of minutes that approved different issues of procurement. And now we still have this. And I'm just wondering, a commission of 3 people, or rather 3 commissioners are in office now. 4 have since resigned. We have a chief executive officer that is out, and we still haven't gotten to the bottom of the matter. What does it take to really know what ails IEBC and come up with a solution?
Well, I think it's a circus that we have been treated to now for far too long, and I think we need to start reconsidering how do we set up our IEBC in such a way that the idea of course, the impression that I get here is that outside of the core mandate of IEBC commissioners, there is too much interest of an economic nature and conflict of interest in that matter on questions of procurement. Because if you look at the tug of war between Chebukati and Chiloba, it was really about control of who was able to control contracts about purchase of ballot boxes, being able to make decisions about where do we purchase and where do we purchase that. So now that they fell out, I think it is a question of blame, one blaming the other. Chebukati saying this guy mismanaged the election, and Chiloba on the other guy saying, you know, he was trying to interfere with my job and making decisions that really weren't his. Which brings me to the question that maybe we need to start rethinking, why do we need full-time commissioners? I think we need to start thinking about part-time commissioners. Let people do other businesses. When you're not running an election, let it be like a company, board of directors, come when there is business to transact, and let the CEO be. And then, of course, let's get a CEO who is above board. I've said here before that elections really ought to have people who are like Caesar's wife, beyond reproach. If we get to an election and every election cycles, we have this kind of rot coming, and it's like a revolving door. You get this set of commissioners, a rot gets revealed, and then the next cycle, and I think it's really ridiculous. I've also said here before that perhaps we need to get to a point where we appoint our commissioners following what we did in 1997. There is no such thing, in my view, as an independent electoral commission. People get in there and they have all manner of interests. So why don't we just play the way it is? This is about business of political parties. Let political parties appoint, based on proportional representation, commissioners into the commission. But I think we've been treated within for too long, and I don't understand why up to now the DPP has not stepped in. Obviously there were malpractices, obviously there were issues that touch on impropriety and perhaps even corruption. And I think Chebukati himself should not be sitting here and trying to tell us who is cleaner. I think Chebukati himself should take the first responsibility.
Irungu, you have observed a number of elections in this country, and you've seen how transformative the process of picking commissioners and even reforming the commission has been, or the electoral body for that matter. Yet we still have these challenges of the boardroom wars, commissioners fighting each other, differences between commissioners and the secretariat. Is it a possibility of having a professional team managing elections of this country, and what is the formula to getting to that?
Okay, so I would like to say I've observed, unfortunately, most of the last set of elections, I've been really preoccupied with either trying to preempt violence or to stop violence after it has been initiated. Or in this particular 2017 elections, you remember we ran the red card campaign, where we tried to raise as a public interest issue the issue of leadership integrity. But I think looking at 1 year on the Electoral Commission, I think there are two things. One is we have to recognize that this is not an issue of personalities. So to reduce it to the war between the chief executive and the chairperson is to lose the point. It is institutionalized and a systemic problem. And I think that's the first thing. I disagree with Honourable Anthony for the first on the point that actually the primary clients of the Electoral Commission should be political parties. I don't think so. I think under the Constitution, Article 1, the Electoral Commission is responsible to us, the voter. It is true that the political parties are players, but they are not the main customers of the Electoral Commission. So to turn the Electoral Commission into I guess, a committee of party agents would be to worry me completely. And then to go for the proportional representation perspective also probably is not even in your interest, if I know which party you stand on. It's not in the interest of the incumbent. It's in the interest of the incumbent to have proportional representation, because you would simply just stack it with your votes, I guess. I think what I do agree with the Honourable on is this idea that we really do not need a full-time set of commissioners. What we need is a secretariat that is competent, that is shielded from political interference, and commissioners that come in closer to the elections or for periods. But I think at the moment we are really treating the Electoral Commission, and I'm really curious actually with the Building Bridges initiative and with all the political drama that we had and violence that we had last year. And if I can just digress a little bit, the report that came out of the Kenya National Commission for Human Rights last week that looked at sex-based violence, where we saw 201 incidents over 5 months, with 56% of those being perpetrated by police officers, allegedly. Okay. My concern is we take this matter too lightly. In the case of the report, we have not seen an executive response. We saw 4 tweets from the police that said that this was just a mistake. And we treat the Electoral Commission with the same level of disrespect. It's like a beauty pageant. We will get busy towards 2021, and we will probably have demonstrations in the streets again. And somehow we expect the election to go well, when actually election management is a 24/7, 365-year process that has to be resourced and allowed some stability of practice. Otherwise, the quality of the elections will reflect this.